Did that one just speak to your soul?
Yeah, I got a little gochujang on that dangling thing in the back of my throat, and it kicked me in the back of my brain. Woo!
Welcome back to Kimchi Rednecks. It's the weekend. It's Sunday. It's a lazy Sunday, right, Suki-Sue? Lazy Sunday? Lazy Sunday. So, Chuck.
Lazy what? I'm working on like 3 videos today.
Well, apparently it's a lazy day for the dogs because I'm cleaning the house. So, Chuck, what do you do when your kitchen is a mess? We'll show you that in a second because that's real life and we don't hide that shit here. Your kitchen's a mess. There's nothing thawed. Your cook and housekeeper and maid took a couple days off and yeah, you got to eat lunch. What do you do?
You order.
So, when your kitchen staff takes a weekend off in the Kimchi Redneck household, I got a lot of dishes to do. Ooh, let's go find out where we're ordering from.
We go do the deliveries.
From the Yogiyos today?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's go find out where. All right, so through our search in Yogiyo today, we found a title that, of course, we had to check out because when Google translates, sometimes you just have to check it out. So we present Homebrew Full of Sincerity.
Songtan branch.
Yeah. So Chuck, why don't you kind of give us an overview here? I'll do the scrolling for you.
All right, so first off, this is primarily, it looks like a stew restaurant. So you got your sundubu, which is a tofu stew, your doenjang, which is a soybean stew, your kimchi jjigae. Well, it says fried rice right there, but that's the popular menu. All right.
Okay. So I ordered the beef bowl, which could be good, could be bad, could be spicy. We don't know. So it'll be interesting. They do have sets. We're not quite sure what 2 pieces of meat are, but it's 2 pieces of meat.
All of their sets are basically the same dish for 2 people.
Yeah, so
If you want to get something different, you got to order something different.
you got bulgogi, stir-fried squid, octopus, sundubu jjigae, kimchi jjigae, and doenjang jjigae. So all for 2, which, I mean, we probably could have done a doenjang or a kimchi jjigae. I don't know about the sundubu jjigae. I've not had it yet, but I will be making it soon, so I guess I'll be having it soon. We'll see. All right, so then there's stews, like Chuck mentioned. This is a stew place. So we've got tofu stew, chado sundubu, seafood sundubu, kimchi sundubu, soybean paste, which is doenjang jjigae, chado doenjang jjigae. What's the difference between regular kimchi jjigae and chado kimchi jjigae?
Chadal has got the grilled meat in it.
Okay, thank you. All right, you got a seafood miso stew, chungkujang. I don't know what that is.
Chungkujang, I'd have to look it up, but I think that's the super doenjang, the really pungent
okay.
doenjang.
More kimchi jjigae, spam kimchi jjigae, tuna,
And then there's
sari.
some fish stuff.
That's probably fish.
Then they got some soups. You got tteokguk, which is rice cake soup.
And then you got rice cake
And dumpling soup.
Galbatong.
Oxtail soup, which is a lot better than it sounds.
It actually is. I've tried it. That has good flavor to it.
I think Songtan is the name of it.
You got yukajong, which Chuck
spicy beef
loves.
soup.
And then you've got beef soup.
Yeah, that one, I had to try that one.
So Chuck ordered beef soup because we had to know. You got the bag stew and sundae, which is that sausage.
Sundae, which is a blood sausage.
Then you've got their fried rice, which literally is all of those different things again.
It's fried rice with stuff in it.
Yeah, it's their same options that they had for stews, basically with fried rice. And they've also got omu rice, which is the rice with the egg over top.
Yeah, it's like a soft cook omelet served over fried rice, and depending on who makes it, it can be really, really good.
And then they also have tonkatsu. So we could have gotten tonkatsu. We chose to stay away from tonkatsu and udon tonight, just because we were going with the other options. And then for snacks, you've got stir-fried beef, stir-fried pork, stir-fried juyuk, kimchi beef, kimchi juk, a bunch of different stir-fried bulgogis, octopus, squid, yeah. And then they also have rice bowls. So that's where the beef bowl comes in. I considered the bulgogi rice bowl, but I figured that was the safe choice.
There's a spam meal.
Chicken mayo, no tuna, don't spam. and no,
No pork cutlet.
which looks like a pork cutlet. So I'm not really sure what the translation on that is.
I don't know.
Then you have the grilled fish meal, which Chuck and I always avoid because of the seafood issues. They also sell chicken karaji, which is the Japanese chicken, rice balls, egg custard. Ooh, I wish I'd seen that. I probably would have ordered egg custard.
Oh yeah, the gerangjim, that steamed egg thing
Yeah,
is.
spam, egg, steamed, tuna egg, rice, and we didn't look at the drink menu, but the snack menu has tteokbokki, marinated tteokbokki, prawns.
And then they got different
I'm
dumplings.
pretty sure Odin soup is udon.
Probably, yeah.
We went with rib
No,
dumplings.
Odin is that fish cake.
Oh, is it?
That's a
Okay.
Japanese thing. It's that fish cake on a
okay.
stick.
All right, I just assumed they Google translated it badly. So
No,
Odin is
that's a
thing.
Japanese fusion thing.
We went with the rib dumplings.
Because dumplings with rib meat are awesome.
So we'll see how that all turns out when it gets here. But
And surprisingly, although this place says they've got a 45 to 55-minute delivery time,
it's already here.
these fools are so fast they beat us to the punch.
Yeah.
So we've got food on the table that we have to get out of a bag, and we will be right back. All right, so we have taken our stuff out of the bag, and we get to do an unboxing.
Or
unbagging?
unbagging or
An opening.
unplasticking.
Yes.
All right, let's get into what you're really here for. You're really here for the food, as are we. So this one I didn't even open. This one is already a little bit.
It didn't seal real well.
No.
All right.
So they sent the rib dumplings,
Magnificent.
and they sent a little packet of the what is that?
Probably a soy sauce
Soy
or a dipping sauce. So I have not tried these from this restaurant, but I have had these at a couple different places, especially up in Seoul, and rib meat dumplings are generally the best.
All right, so we have that.
So let's
dig in.
get in.
So these are steamed dumplings, so steamed mando.
Smells good. So you do have to account for that these are steamed and then wrapped in a Tupperware container basically, and then somebody drives it to your house. So you got to make allowances if it tastes like a little overdone. It's probably because you should have ate it at the restaurant.
But I don't really taste overdone as much as it's got good flavor.
Oh, it's got good flavor. I'm just the texture of the pea, the wrapper, is a little chewy. I think it's been in the heat longer than it would normally be.
Possibly, yeah.
But that's
It's
because you're
steamed a little
supposed to eat these at the restaurant.
Yeah, steamed ones you usually eat at the restaurant. So a
If you
fried
order-
dumpling arrives a little bit fresher just simply because it's been taken out and sat out there, and so it'll be.
You don't get one.
May really wants one. So a fried one usually, because they're fried, they usually come a little.
They
little
stand
bit.
up a little bit better.
But
These
this
are
is
not
good.
bad.
This is good. It's not the Lady in Mappo that we love.
Oh
It's
yeah, the lady in Mapogu.
It's
Yeah,
not,
hers are.
It's not hers, but it's acceptable.
They make those fresh in house at that place in Mapogu, and oh my god, oh my god,
I'm not mad at that.
these are definitely acceptable, especially for midday on a Sunday delivery
And during Chuseok.
during Chuseok. That's a thing to point out. It's Chuseok weekend, which is like Korean Thanksgiving is what people generally call it. So the fact that they're open
And delivered as quickly
and
as they do.
delivering that's probably why they delivered so quickly, because everybody's on their drive to their grandma's house or whatever, and they had nothing to do, so they were like, hot damn, somebody ordered, get it to them now.
Let's check out.
So that's actually pretty good. You got all your meat on one side and all your rice on the other, so you're not all gooped up yet.
They also sent me a side of what I'm going to guess is just probably a basic either
Probably a
seaweed-
broth. Probably
That's a miso.
that basic onion broth or a miso.
It's a miso. Spill my food out.
You gotta be careful not to spill the juice.
Yeah, and you're not going to guess. You'll see a picture of the miso.
Yeah, we'll just throw the picture up on screen.
All right, so it is red. It is
Here, let me.
really red.
That's Yukijang level hot.
Lucky me.
You're gonna want rice on that.
All right, here we go. So just so y'all know, I've never had Yukijang because when Chuck gets it, it's so bright red that I'm terrified of it. I guess I'm about to be really terrified. I got an extra rice on that.
Okay. Don't get me wrong, the sauce tastes like a good Yukijang sauce.
Would you like a bite?
It's not just like hot for the sake of hot, but Yukijang sauce tends to be a bit on the warm side.
Sorry, I had to cool my mouth down. That is spicy. It tastes like a spicy pot roast.
Mm-hmm. The Yukijang.
It's super well cooked meat, like super well, like so good.
Yeah.
It just kind of melts in your mouth.
It's definitely cooked down to the point of like a good pot roast or a beef stew where you could cut it with a spoon.
Yeah, I'm not mad at it. It's a little bit spicier than what I normally would have chosen for myself. I'm going to have to eat it with rice, which probably means as soon as we're done with those dumplings, I'm going to have to dump everything in there so I can eat it, except for the sauce.
I've got rice with mine too, so.
Yeah, I might need some of your rice too.
Well, then we have microwave. We have microwave rice, so.
We do keep microwave rice. All right, so there's that. Put my chopsticks there, and I'm going to take a quick taste of this, hoping that it's not overly. Sometimes miso broth.
Well, if it's miso, you want to stir it.
Sometimes miso. I'm going to stir it with something other than that spicy. Sometimes miso tends to have a seaweed, seafoody kind of.
Yeah, they do sometimes include little bits of seaweed in it.
So let's hope this one doesn't, because I really do like miso.
While she tastes that, I'm going to open my banchans.
Would you like to taste? That's actually good. I'm not mad at that. That's good. I like that.
In case anybody was wondering, my banchan here
is some cucumber.
It's actually not bad. We got cucumber kimchi. We got regular red summer kimchi. And then these are a toss-up. This could either be ground pork and egg,
cake.
Or it can be fish.
They had fish cake, so I'm thinking it's fish cake.
Well, it's hard to tell until you bite the damn things.
So it could actually be that's actually giving me the smell of seafood.
Could be. Let's see how their cucumber kimchi is. Not bad. It's a little spicy. They got a lot of gochujang in it.
I could tell. Kimchi rednecks eating kimchi.
Oh.
Ooh, ooh. Did that one just speak to your soul?
Yeah, I got a little gochujang on that dangling thing in the back of my throat, and it kicked me in the back of my brain.
Woo! That's why Melissa knew not to try those. How's their kimchi? Yes, the kimchi rednecks do eat kimchi. Just FYI.
This is a much fresher kimchi. It hasn't had a lot of time to marinate. The cabbage is in that state in between being raw and being crunchy fermented, where it's kind of wilty fermented. I think that needed to sit a little bit longer. It's not bad. It doesn't have too strong of a flavor. It doesn't taste seafoody.
It may be because the cucumber is a lot stronger. That's why they do a lighter of that. You never know.
But yeah, this is what they call a fresh or a young kimchi, and this is a little older. This is a little marinated, which for cucumber kimchi means like a day.
It does, literally. Yeah, that goes quickly. Are you gonna try that, or are you just gonna?
I'm gonna test my luck.
He's gonna get sick if it's actually fish.
Well, I smell it first. If it's obviously fish, I'm not gonna eat it. Okay, that doesn't taste obvious. That doesn't smell obviously like fish.
Just take a small bite.
That's fine. Maybe.
Let me smell.
It doesn't smell like fish. And
that's a seafood.
It initially tastes more like pork, but it's got a little fishy back end. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, that's a seafood. I'm a little more in tune to the seafood smell sometimes than he can be. I don't know for sure but it's possibly, and I don't think it's worth testing your luck.
So if you're okay with seafood products, it actually doesn't taste bad. It's good banchan.
If it weren't for the fact that I'm not 100% sure, I'd let him eat the rest of them, but I know what happens when he eats products that he's not allowed to have.
Me and seafood do not get along.
No, and I don't want him to be sick all afternoon. All right, so your soup. Beef, beef, beef.
Beef, beef, beef. Let's swish this around a little bit, see what we got.
You got beef.
I got beef.
That's a big slice of beef. That's some seaweed.
That is not seaweed.
It's not?
No.
What is that?
That's a leafy green.
Oh, leafy green. Okay.
That's that stuff that they cook in with Yukijang and some of the other stuff.
Okay.
I can't remember what it's called at the moment. So we definitely got greens. Oh, got onions. And me throwing stuff on the table.
It looks good.
So there is beef in here. There's a lot more veggie than there is beef. I'd call this like beef veggie.
Maybe when you eat in, but actually no, I would call it beef because there's not usually that much beef in a beef stew.
Yeah, to be fair, most Korean restaurants don't put that much beef in
That is an actual, what I would call a super beef soup, because Koreans don't put as much meat in things as we do.
This is a fair point.
All right, let's try your beef. I'm going to laugh because this beef might actually be
A little beef, a little veg.
less spicy than mine.
It might be. That's actually barely spicy at all.
Tell you what, as soon as I empty out my rice into this container, you can have the spice left over from this.
So, this tastes kind of similar to a less spicy Yukijang.
Maybe that's what that is. It's actually the less spicy Yukijang with the
It's
more
like
beef in
if
it.
they made Yukijang, they just didn't pour as much spicy oil in it.
You like? Is it good?
I mean, it's not bad.
Well, there you go. It's still good, guys. All right, let's finish up our dumplings.
Dumplings. By the way, if you've never had it, at least in Korea, I'm sure other places, they make this little dipping sauce that's a mix of soy sauce, vinegar, and then depending on if you want to add it to it, you might add a little bit of powdered ginger or garlic or gochujang. So it can be a little spicy, it can be a little gingery, but that basic vinegar and soy sauce mix is surprisingly good on dumplings.
All right, so I'm actually going to give you the rest of that to put in. Just dump that in.
You sure?
Yeah. Because that beef has got some of the flavor mixed in, so you definitely want some of that.
To get more beef in my beef.
Maybe they just knew I was going to need to give him some beef. So he absolutely, I'm going to have to make him Yukijang at some point, but he absolutely loves Yukijang. It's one of his absolute favorite stews here.
It's basically spicy Korean beef stew.
So that's why I'm giving him that, because he was hoping his beef would be a little bit spicy. Otherwise, he would have ordered probably the Yukijang. So I don't know that giving you that is going to help make it a little spicier, but it might not hurt.
All right. Let's mix that in.
I'm actually glad I didn't get the bulgogi bowl, because I would not have tried this otherwise.
It does add a little bit of heat into it.
See what a good wife I am? I share my hot food with my husband.
There's still a level, if you decide that's too hot for you, you can probably eat this.
This is okay. I'm gonna eat this. I ordered it. I will
right.
suffer through. Actually, I'm not suffering. It's not. It's acceptable. It's a little bit hotter than I would have liked, but that first bite kind of numbed some stuff. So, plus I have my miso.
So, what was the name of this place again? Sensations of something?
Sincerity.
Sensations of...
Sincerity or something. We'll pop up the address as well as the Yogiyo information.
But, yeah, pretty good. If you're in the mood for Korean food at home, they got a pretty good selection. Not bad. I'll give it a thumbs up.
I give it a thumbs up, and I'm eating something spicier than I normally would have eaten.
Right. So, that's us.
Actually, we would give it 2 thumbs up.
No, because my other thumb's on my chopsticks.
Oh.
I gotta eat.
Well, now we know what's important. The
Right.
chopsticks are important. And the dogs would give it thumbs up if they had thumbs.
Yes.
Actually, they just really would like to try some. Little beggars.
So, that's us for this time around. Like, subscribe, do the internet stuff.
We'll see you next time.
See you next time.